Coach, playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now let's go! Blue 90!
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing.
Now let's go! Green 30!
Allen going to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
From the gun, it's Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
That's pulled in at the 32. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Left, 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 left! Ace, ace!
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mahomes to throw on second down. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Going to hand it off to Hunt. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Left, 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 left! Hunt, hunt, hunt! Hunt, hunt!
Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Left, left! Left, 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 left!
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Going up top. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
Left, 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 left! Switch, switch, switch!
A toss play to Hunt, and little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Ace, ace!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. In for the score. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go play action here on first down. Going deep downfield for Ross. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. Allen will try again on second down, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
On second down, here's Allen. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
Leopard! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll try and run for it with Bell. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Allen now on 1st down. Caught here by Bell. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go!
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
No, check, Patriots!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now Bell. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after him. Put the pressure on him.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Chris Jones in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, but the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll toss it to Hunt. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 33 and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. And they'll go on the ground. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Now they try the right side here. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now the Bills will take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This from 44 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Henry.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
On first down, Allen. And he rifles one incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw again. Allen. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the Bills will hustle to the line.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now here comes Kansas City. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Oh, eluding the tackle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. The wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the 2nd half of this AFC divisional round. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Now they'll run it on the toss. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Ace! 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 Ace!
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Over the middle, complete. That's Ward. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this from 46. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. On play action, Allen. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Now let's go.
Now Allen. Trying to lay one up deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And now here comes Kansas City. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. And it's hard to hold a kick from this distance against him, but that is now 3 misses for him in the game so far.
3! And you wonder where his head's at right now. Kickers are a funny breed, but I have a feeling he'd love to see a 29-yarder next time to get him back in the groove.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll run it with Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. And now running right through it. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And now they'll throw with Allen. He'll fight a man over the middle. It's Washington. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
No. Check. Patriot.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Bills on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7.
Set. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Clayton. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Watch it now, Barney. Detroit.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen steps away to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Detroit!
Now the toss to Bell running right. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One final try here for Allen. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big ways. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 91 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills getting set to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Tack McKinley. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Allen. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Bills on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Allen, got to have this one. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Now they'll run it on the toss. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And they'll run it here. And a short gain down to about the 33. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout, as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now the Bills will take another timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good. Allen hit. He lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back. Now the Bills will hustle to the line.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Bills on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 16. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.